According to Padre Pio, the first moment a soul enters purgatory is unlike anything the human mind can imagine. It is not darkness, nor fire, nor chaos. Instead, it is clarity, a clarity so intense that it feels like light passing through every hidden corner of the soul. In that instant, every memory of the soul's earthly life rises to the surface, not slowly, but all at once, like a vast ocean suddenly illuminated. The soul does not simply remember its past. It sees it. Every thought, action, word, silence, intention, and desire appears with perfect accuracy. Padre Pio said these memories unfold with divine precision, allowing the soul to understand its life exactly as God saw it, not distorted by pride, excuses, or forgetfulness. This unveiling is not meant to terrorize the soul. Rather, it is the beginning of purification. The soul finally sees what mattered and what did not. Small acts of kindness it forgot now shine with unexpected beauty. Harsh words spoken carelessly return with the weight of the hurt they caused. Opportunities to love, forgive, or help moments dismissed on earth now appear as precious gifts that were ignored. For many souls, Padre Pio revealed, this sudden illumination is both painful and liberating. Painful because the truth is unavoidable. Liberating because the soul finally stops pretending. In this state, there is no hiding, no disguise, no false image to cling to. The soul stands before the total truth of its life and acknowledges it willingly. This moment marks the beginning of purgatory, a place where truth heals, where memories cleanse, and where the soul begins its journey toward the God it longs for but is not yet ready to face. Padre Pio often explained that purgatory is not a place of revenge, but a place of restoration. The soul is not punished for punishment's sake, it is healed. And like many forms of healing, this process involves pain, not the meaningless pain of cruelty, but the meaningful pain of transformation. The soul's own memories become the instruments of this purification. In purgatory, the soul relives not the pleasures of sin, but the wounds it caused. Padre Pio said that the soul feels, in a spiritual way, the sorrow others felt because of its actions. It experiences the sharp sting of harsh words it once spoke, the loneliness inflicted by its indifference, and the silent tears caused by its selfishness. This is not meant to crush the soul, but to awaken it to the reality of love, the love it failed to give. What makes these memories painful is not God's anger, but the soul's new understanding. In the light of God's truth, it grasps how deeply love matters. It sees how its choices shape not only its own life, but the lives of others. Every moment of unkindness becomes a memory that burns, not out of vengeance, but out of sorrow and clarity. Padre Pio described this purification as a fire that comes from within the soul, a fire fueled by regret and illuminated by God's love. The soul is not forced to endure it, it desires it. For the first time, it wants to be free from everything that kept it from loving perfectly. And so, the painful memories do their work. They soften the soul, they humble it, they wash it clean. With each memory purified, the soul rises a little closer to heaven, lighter, clearer, and more capable of receiving the fullness of God's love. Padre Pio taught that one of the most startling realities of purgatory is this: every memory returns, even the ones we buried so deeply that we believe they had vanished forever. During life, people often push away uncomfortable truths. The mistakes they made, the sins they never confessed, the pain they caused others, the moments they wished could disappear. But in purgatory, nothing remains hidden. The soul stands before the full truth of its existence. These forgotten memories do not return to accuse the soul, but to complete it. Padre Pio said the soul must face the entire picture of its life because heaven requires total honesty and purity. The mind on earth can suppress, deny, distort, or justify, but the soul in purgatory cannot. The truth rises like a tide, unstoppable, and illuminating. Some of these forgotten memories return gently, small acts of goodness the soul barely recognized in life. A kind word spoken to someone in despair, a moment of honesty when lying would have been easier, a quiet sacrifice made without expecting praise. These memories shine softly, giving the soul unexpected comfort and hope. But other memories return with weight. These are the ones the person hid not only from others but from themselves. Resentments never resolved, grudges clung to for years, sins committed in secret, decisions made out of pride or selfishness. In purgatory, the soul finally sees these moments clearly, not with self-hatred, but with sorrow. Padre Pio emphasized that this confrontation is necessary for purification. The soul must acknowledge its truth before it can be healed. These hidden memories rise not to torment, but to transform. And as each forgotten truth is accepted and purified, the soul becomes more transparent, more free, and more ready to stand in the perfect light of God. Padre Pio often reminded people that purgatory is not only a place of sorrow, it is also a place of unexpected joy. While the soul must face painful memories to be purified, it is also strengthened, consoled, and lifted by the good it did on earth, even the good it never realized had meaning. These memories do not burn, they shine. They become light. In purgatory, the soul sees every act of love with a clarity it never had in life. A kind gesture offered without thinking, a small sacrifice made quietly, a moment of patience when anger would have been easier, a prayer whispered for someone else. These become radiant jewels. Padre Pio said such memories fill the soul with a warmth that comes directly from God. They are reminders that the soul, despite its failures, also chose love many times. These good memories do more than comfort, they lift. Every pure act of charity, every sincere apology, every moment of compassion becomes a step upward toward heaven. The soul realizes that nothing good was wasted. Even acts that seemed insignificant on earth now appear as powerful rays of divine light. This light gives the soul hope. It shows the soul what it is capable of, what it was created for, and what God always saw within it. The soul begins to desire heaven even more deeply, not out of fear of suffering, but out of longing for the one whose love inspired all those good actions. Padre Pio explained that these memories act like the gentle hands of God. They hold the soul, strengthen it, and encourage it through the difficult stages of purification. In the end, the good memories do not just shine around the soul, they shine through it, preparing it to enter the brightness of heaven where such light becomes eternal. Padre Pio taught that there comes a moment in purgatory when the soul has released all the darkness, faced every painful truth, and embraced every memory of love with gratitude. At that moment, a final memory rises, not one of sorrow, but one of profound peace. It is the memory of God's love, present through every season of the soul's earthly life, even when the person was unaware of it. This last memory is not a single event, but a realization. God was always there. In every joy, He was blessing. In every sorrow, He was strengthening. In every mistake, He was patiently calling the soul back. When the soul understands this with total clarity, something within it finally surrenders. The struggle ends. Purification becomes completion. Padre Pio said this moment is like a flame going out not from exhaustion, but because it has done its work. The soul no longer burns with regret or longing. It glows. Freed from every burden, it is now light enough to rise. The angels rejoice, for they know the soul has reached perfect readiness. The gates of heaven do not merely open. The soul runs toward them, drawn by a love it now recognizes fully. When this final memory settles in the soul, purgatory falls away like a shadow in the sunrise. What remains is joy, purity, and a love that finally sees its true home. And in that radiant moment, the soul steps into eternity, not as one who suffered, but as one who has been made whole.